Like you hit go live, and then it'd be like, okay, we're going live.
Let me send out this joint. See, even now it's like, let's put it.
We are back for episode 98 of Sucio Sports.
Hey
98
guys,
was a special year.
it was a good year, man.
It was a great year.
Right before they took over for the 99 in the 2000.
It was great. Tremendous.
You know, right before they started backing that. Right before they started backing that ass up.
Oh man, listen.
You know, you know about that.
We was already 10 years deep in the bounce music. Like everybody
I'm about
else
to say
was like,
that's in your backyard. You know,
yeah, everybody else was just starting to like, oh wait, this sound really is dope. Like more people started like catching wind, catching notice. One thing led to the next, and it was out of there.
listen, I was a little sick last week, so we ain't really get to. I know we've talked about it, but not on here. How did you enjoy the verses? I know it was nostalgic for you.
It was cool. It was very nostalgic. It was cool. It was just I wish that more people were there. That could have or should have been there. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I ain't gonna dive too deep
Facts,
into it.
facts.
Um, and I enjoyed it. I really did. It brought me back to an era in which there was great stories to be told that I still have not told on no podcast yet. Gotta wait till the checks start rolling in before I start telling them stories. And I got people lined up as my backup. Like, yeah, this what really went down. He's not lying.
Listen, for me, for me, like being like it brought back middle school keys, bro. Because I was definitely in middle school and like when all that started like really popping and like musically, man, I wish I could find some of those old pictures. I'll never post them. I just want to look at them. But I used to have the No Limit chain, the Cash Money chain.
Ooh.
I had the Rough Rider R, and I had the Rockefeller joint.
Oh, but you had the Infinity Stone of record
I
label chain.
remember, bro. Like my cousin, every time I brought home good grades, he was like, "You want a new pair of shoes or you want some jewelry?" So
Yeah,
I would just go get a new chain. Like I get the
yeah.
chain and the charm, a new one every time. Like I was good on shoes. I ain't need shoes all the time, but like
Yeah,
unless it was like some fire that dropped. But
bruh. No,
it
like
was
I
fire
remember
though, bro. Like I'm gonna ask you
clothes
one in a
was
second.
dope. Clothes and shoes was dope. Um,
I had all the No Limit jerseys.
I had some badass watches. I remember too. Like,
I posted a picture on Snap.
oh
Yes, was it yesterday
man,
or the day
there's a
before?
bunch of shit, man.
That I was Shador before Shador. So it was like it was middle school basketball, and
Yeah.
I wore one of my watches to picture day. So I'm in the picture with
Mhm.
my watch on in the picture on picture day.
Listen, straight up.
And I was like, I did this shit before Shador did it. Feel me?
I took one like that and I borrowed my homegirl chain. I was like, I got the watch, I got this. I just need damn, I need something else to pop. Let me borrow your chain right quick. She was like, all right, cool. Put it on. I was like, oh hell yeah. But that wasn't even the picture. Like I posted my throwback picture before my with with the Versace shirt and all of that. Everybody didn't seen that one, so that's out there. The one I will not post until I get ready to tell that story is that one with old girl. Group chat knows
Oh,
about
yeah,
this,
I know what you're
but
talking about.
I'm not posting that picture, not telling that story. That's a wild one.
Fact. All right. So now this the question. If
Mhm.
because for me, I didn't really look at it as who won because
Mhm.
it was just more like BG kept saying, it was a celebration
Yeah,
for both
facts,
sides. Like
facts, facts.
so the way I looked at it, right, it was I felt like I don't want to use the locks and dipset type of thing,
Mhm.
but I felt like No Limit came to perform, right?
Mhm.
And I felt like Cash Money just let the music do the talking in a sense,
Yeah.
even though they talk, but it was more like, nigga, we got every song we about to drop is a hit. So I ain't even worried. You know what I mean? But I feel like Cash Money I mean, No Limit kept it a lot closer than people think, bro. Like it was
The first thing was it was only 10 songs each, and they really like cut them
which
off at the
killed me.
end. They
Which
really
killed
cut them
me.
off at the end, and
I was
that
waiting for the 20.
bruh, that was like when it's the 20, you got to go in your bag a little
Yeah.
bit. You know what I'm saying? You got to be like, hey, listen, we got 20 songs, and it sounds like it's a lot. But we talking about a whole crew against another whole crew, so we got to make sure we on point and we got to be deep, you know. And it's like that. That to me, more or less, would have gave you a more clear winner, quote unquote.
Right.
Um, but I mean, it was dope to see everybody get together again, man, and just like be together and just chill and vibe and just celebrate the city and the music and the history of it and everything. Because I mean, New Orleans has had famous artists like the Neville brothers and them was winning Grammys and stuff and performed
Facts.
big time back in the 60s, 70s, 80s. So we not Louis Armstrong, like the Godfather of jazz. Like I'm saying, like New Orleans has a history with music way before Cash Money and No Limit. It was just those were the first two labels that took a whole label from
Hmm.
that from the city and brought it up to a national level and like push it on the map for real. So kudos to them, man. Like it was dope to see everybody get together and do their
Nah,
thing,
it definitely was, man. Then to find out yesterday, uh Young Bleed had passed away. It was
bro.
that one
That
for me was I was talking to Shy about it, man. I was just like, um, I was like, I'm glad he got to get his flowers, you know what I mean, on
hmm
that type of stage before, everything happened. So man, RIP to Young Bleed. I'm definitely a fan for sure. Always
right.
been. So
Yeah, I mean people like him coming out of Baton Rouge paved the way for people like NBA YoungBoy. You know what I'm saying? Like there's he's part of the fabric and the history of that whole region. And he's just one of those guys who had a distinct voice, a distinct flow, and man, it was rough here. It was just like, come on, man, please let this be like some internet rumor or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you keep denying it, like nah, this can't be it, this can't be it. And then once you start seeing stuff from the family or whatever, that's when it's like, okay, yeah, it's a little bit, excuse me, it's a little bit real. But R.I.P. to him, man. That was crazy because that just came out of nowhere. Like we were like, nah, we just saw dude perform like literally the other night, watching it live on the TV and everything, man. Like, yeah, that one was kind of crazy. But yeah, we had some interesting games that this week in the NFL. To get right into it, let me see. Oh, because I forgot to copy and paste it. So
um
last week I had picked. Hold up, here we go. Colts and the Steelers.
who we talking about
Steelers
this
won
one
that
week?
one
Hold on.
27-20. That was a pretty good game.
Colts and
That was
Steelers. Yeah, it was.
a pretty good game.
Steelers. It was, man. So I've been getting in a hell of debates about this, right? Because right now I'm on the Daniel Jones train, man. Right,
Hey,
I'm on the Daniel Jones redemption train, personally.
bruh, listen. He's and I'll give you because you were one of the people, one of the first people that was like, "Hey, man, I think it's gonna work out. I think it's gonna work out." And I was like, "Bruh, if he could get throws off and that line gives him time to block or whatever, because that line is a little bit, rebuilt. But I mean, they got some decent weapons, including Jonathan Taylor, but they haven't even needed Taylor because Taylor only ran for 45 yards this past game. Daniel
Nah,
Jones threw for
that's still a
340
defense,
something.
which is crazy. People are honing in on him, him throwing so many picks and turnovers, but I'm like, he still threw for 340 something. And I'm
Yeah.
like, but they shut the running game down, which was major.
Hmm.
That's still a defense stepped up big
Yep.
time. And
Yep.
me and Quan been going back and forth about it because he's a big proponent on, man, Daniel Jones is going Daniel Jones. And he might. I don't think this particular game is Daniel Jonesing. For me, I looked at it more like it was the Pat defense just stepped up. Um,
Yeah.
Not everybody is going to be able to. I feel like that defense Sunday would have did that against even Pat Mahomes, even Lamar. You know what I mean? Like even Josh Allen. I feel like the way that defense was playing Sunday, they would have got at whoever was on the other side of the ball. And the fact that the Colts O line just didn't hold up. Like Jones barely had time to get that ball off. So I just think it was I mean, what it's tough because he also had a bad game against the Rams. So it could say
Hmm.
against better defenses, he is struggling. You know what I
I mean, he
mean?
got sacked 5 times too. So
But their argument was he's holding the ball too long. And I'm like, nah, because it's a couple of them, they got there. They got in that backfield and there was nothing you could really do about it. So um that was a good game though. Uh who else was a good one that I was watching?
the other one that I had on my list for this past week was Texans Broncos,
Hmm.
which that ended up being a it ended up being a good game. It just didn't go the way I wanted it to go.
Texans Broncos. Yeah, that
Bruh,
was
they kept kicking fucking field goals. Like they couldn't score, even inside of the five. Like it was so frustrating to watch.
everything was pretty close except for Saints and Rams, Seahawks, Commanders. That Commander game, I man,
The man, bro, that was ugh.
bro, just to watch, like I was watching it live, so like to see that was
Yes.
it was very. I don't want to talk about
Ugh,
it, but it was, it was just. Prayers
ugh.
for Jaden Daniels, man.
Yeah, for
Luckily
real.
it was his non-throwing arm,
Hmm.
so hell, he probably could play this week if he wanted to. But
Shit. Man, like I didn't realize like that off arm to like make sure you like move and position it with your mechanics and stuff, like how much
mhm.
all of it like means, bruh. It's crazy. But man, I'm just like, nah, I'm not fooling with it. Like prayers up for him. Ooh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Carl Anthony Towns got called for offensive foul. He just basically shoved Nash Reed in the chest with his forearm. But nah, like it's the way you gotta hold the ball and all of that. Like when you like even when you taking the shotgun snap, like having the I don't know, bro. My elbow's starting to feel funny and stuff just even talking about it. Like, but yeah, prayers up to him. Hope he comes back. Um, what was that other game? Oh, Panthers Packers was the other game that I had up there, which Rico Dowdell, he's gonna keep running the ball evidently, even with what's his name, Chuba Hubbard supposedly coming back. So I'm glad they're gonna stick with Rico because he's been a hot hand the last like 3 4 weeks for him. Let me
Yeah.
see. House said,
No, 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 you good. Yeah, I am too. I think Rico was the high hand, and you got to feed the high hand. I felt like the
yeah.
49ers were about to make that same mistake, bring it back Brock Purdy, when Mac
Hmm.
Jones is showed up every week, been consistent. He's had them in games winning. He hasn't been throwing them out of games. Same thing with Rico. Rico's been showing up 100 plus yard run games, helping out
Yep.
that offense, making it easier on the pass game. So
Hmm.
I also think Chuba's still 1,000 yard back. You know what I mean? Like 2,000 some seasons. You gotta figure out how to use both of them to the best of their abilities. You know what I mean?
I think
Rico's
you could
that
figure some stuff out, bro, because
yeah.
you
Everybody's
got
using two
guys
back
that could,
systems right now.
yeah, like you could definitely figure some stuff out. Like, and the other thing is too is like you could use one as like a H back type of position almost. Like shotgun, split back formation. I would love to have two good running backs and run that kind of put that formation right there. Ooh,
Yep.
man, come on.
I wish we had a second back. I wish we had a second, a more solid second back behind.
Nigga.
AJ Dillon can be, and he's had a
Hmm.
couple games where he's ran really well, but to have a solid second back like Detroit has, like a two back system like that.
Hmm.
I'm
I
trying to think
mean, if
who else.
Aaron Jones could ever come back and stay healthy for
Minnesota,
the
yeah,
Vikings, they could have it too.
yeah.
But
Him and Mason, like, so everybody would love to have that two back. You ain't
the
gotta
Chargers had two, but they both hurt.
right, and then come to find out they got three. So
Exactly. And but
because
now both your
Vidal,
tackles out. Both your
right,
tackles are out.
because Vidal came in and like I didn't know who he
Oh
was.
man.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Had no
Hmm.
idea who bro was, and he's been hooping every week.
Yep.
Every
He's
week
he's
he's been
been
hooping.
he's been one of those guys I've been pleasantly surprised by, and it's like with running backs, a lot of the times, if they can just concentrate on just the small stuff when they first come
Yeah,
into the league, look, hit your hole, make your read, make your cut, check the backside or whatever, depending on what kind of system you're running, follow your block. You know what I'm saying? Just concentrate on the little shit. And like, okay, look, if you in there and you supposed to pick up a blitz or help pass block, make sure you know your fucking assignment. Like that is crucial to getting playing time as a young running back.
yep.
But I mean, they I've been pleased by a lot of these young backs this year. What's his name? Oh gosh, Taylor is still leading the league in rushing touchdowns, I believe, even after having a bad game against
Listen, Jonathan Taylor is. If we want to talk about MVP, like I love the way Baker's playing. I love the way
uh-huh.
Daniel Jones is playing. I think
Yeah.
Mahomes is always in that discussion. So is
Mm.
Josh Allen. And
Mm.
even with him being out and the team kind of struggling, Lamar is still there because when he's on the field, he's lights out. He's lights out when he is on the field. Like Lamar is still,
Mhm.
for me, he's still right there. But Jonathan Taylor, he's having that Saquon type of year from last year. Like I wish they would just split up MVP and quarterback of the year. Like they need a quarterback, a solid quarterback award, so that way we
Mhm.
can stop this because it's so many times where the MVP has not been a quarterback, but they refuse to give it to a quarter to anybody outside of a QB, and I hate that. Like we just need to go ahead and have a quarterback of the year award, NFC, AFC, NFL,
Bro, there's
and
been
they used
times
to have
where
that
yeah, there's been times where I feel like there was a defensive player that should have gotten the award, to be
a
honest
couple
with you.
times.
I,
JJ a few times.
JJ Watt should have got it a couple of times. Warren Sapp to me should have got it a couple of
Hmm.
times. Um, Charles Woodson, I think, should have got it a couple of times. Um, Shit, Troy Polamalu, I think. There was a year where he put up some crazy numbers. It's another guy that I think should have got, but I'm just like going off of just recent memory. But it's just the fact that when you have a guy having that great of a season, you got to pay attention to it. I mean, he got 12 rushing touchdowns already, so he's definitely on pace to hit over 20 this year, which is insane when you think about it in this day and age for rushing touchdowns. So props to him though, man. But
Yeah, having a phenomenal year, man. We only what halfway through.
exactly, we like right at the midway point of the season. Everybody's at like 8 or 9 games or whatever, 7, 8, 9 games, something like that, just depending on your bye week or whatever. But
Yeah,
yeah, this coming week, I actually prepped this time and I already had them written down. So I
hold on.
said, except the Packers and the Eagles on
I mean,
Monday night.
that's a give
That's
me,
that's
especially
that was a layup, dog. That
with
was
the
like
trade
a
that just happened. But we're gonna get into that too. But
that
that's
was
a
an uncontested layup. That was just like here you go.
even if I want an Eagles fan, like that game has so much like them coming off the
Yeah.
bye, like the Eagles coming off the bye,
Mhm.
picking up Jair Alexander,
Mhm.
picking up Jalen Phillips,
Yep.
Brandon Graham coming back. He's active this week. They gave
Mhm.
him the bye week was perfect because it gave him that extra time
Yep.
to acclimate and get into
Practice.
shape and
Yep.
practice. And then on Green Bay side, I mean, it's gonna be a great game, and Green Bay gets up for those Eagle games, so that's like a
Mhm.
new little rivalry that's been brewing the last like 3 years now.
Yeah,
Or
and
coming
and it's
into this season would be three. So
and it's at Lambeau Field.
yes, because last year we got them, early in the first game of the season overseas, and we won, but it was horrible. The field was horrible, the weather. So
Yeah, that was a
I don't mind going up to Lambeau for that one.
it's gonna be a good day. I had Vikings Ravens as my
Mm.
first game.
So I want to get into that one, but yeah, go ahead. It's a lot about that game I love.
Pats and the Bucks, and then
Mm.
the Steelers and the Chargers. Those are my three games to watch for this week. I think gonna be three of the best games on the schedule.
So I love those. I'm with you on Ravens and Vikings,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Falcons and Colts. Even though, so I really hate overseas games this season. Every game has been ass. Like there's not been one good overseas game in my opinion. I'm I'm hoping this one isn't that, but it might be. But I got high hopes. So Ravens, Vikings, Falcons, Colts, and I'm with you on the Pats, Bucks. Um, Rams 49ers is another one too. It's actually the NFC West is playing each other this weekend. Cardinals, Seahawks, and then Rams 49ers are playing each other. So those that NFC
Oh
West
yeah, they
is,
sure are.
yeah, the NFC
And
West
it's
is
all at 3 o'clock.
super, super. I know. Listen, and you know how tight the NFC West is. So it's like
Yep.
those games are going to be crucial. And the way the Cardinals are playing right now behind Jacoby Brissett, where you would
Mm-hmm.
think they're totally out of it and they're fighting to stay. The Seahawks are rolling. The Rams are playing great. 49ers are playing great behind Mac Jones. Um, yeah, it's man, it's some good games this weekend, to be honest.
Bro, it
That
really
Steelers
is.
Chargers is another one Sunday night. That's going to be a amazing. I really think that's going to be an amazing game. Um,
Yeah. If you think about it, where the Cardinals at right now, same thing with the Cowboys and the Falcons and the Commanders. They all 3-5-1, 3-5, or 3-6. They're really like 2 games out of that last playoff spot in the NFC, and we still just halfway through the season. Hey, you on mute?
talking to my assistant.
Oh, okay, okay. Nah, but like they They only 2 games. All them teams, they still only 2 games out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's a really close race for a lot of teams. Like Dallas isn't out of it. Um,
Nah, none of them
and the way
crazy.
our division is right now, they easily. I mean, the NFC West is the only thing about the. I mean, the NFC in general is crazy, but the West, I really feel like the West is going to get 3 teams in. It's between them and the North as far as the NFC goes. Um, I think only one team is getting in from the South. One team
Oh,
from
of
the
course.
East.
Of
Yeah,
course.
it's only. I think the Colts is the only team getting in from the South. I think the Jags are making a great wild card case, though. I'm not gonna lie, but the way the West and the North is, and Chicago is fighting. They're on a win streak right now, and they're fighting. Um,
Hey, you know what's
Minnesota,
crazy though? The Jags
like,
actually have that 7th spot as of right now over the Chiefs.
and see, and that's the other thing. The NFC, the AFC West with I was mixing the NFC and the AFC. I'm
No,
confused.
no,
I know I'm
it's only wait, it's only because Jags are 5-3 and Kansas City is 5-4. So Kansas City played an extra game.
mm.
That's the only
Okay, okay.
difference. You know them
But
like the
Kansas City
percentage
is heating
points
up
or whatever.
outside of this Bills game recently. I mean that the Bills and the Chiefs always play each other hard, but the Chiefs are rolling. They got their offensive players back. The defense is playing great. I just think like these, it's going to be a great football from this point to week 18 for everybody that's in the hunt. Some of these teams that are out, they're gonna try their best to keep these other teams out. Everybody else, the rest of them, they don't care. They playing for number 1 picks, and we clearly see how the trade deadline went. Who's giving up and who's already like, all right, I'm looking forward to the draft and free agency and
Mhm.
already. Like Miami, I think Miami's already got that mindset. The Jets clearly have that mindset. Clearly,
Bruh.
I
They
can't.
hey
We about to talk about that.
they've what they've basically done
They
is
won yesterday.
they tore it all down. They say, hey, we about to rebuild this shit right now. Right now. And I'm gonna be
Oh
honest
yeah,
with you.
Sauce for 2 firsts. What you think?
That was kind of crazy.
You
That was
think that was
kind
a
of crazy.
reach? Because Quentin didn't even go. I thought
Here's
Quentin was gonna go for
the,
3.
the bruh.
Quentin's worth more.
Listen,
I love Sauce. I think I would have loved for us to trade it for Sauce. I think Sauce is a game changer personally. I like the
listen,
young man,
listen.
but I'm not mad at the Colts for reaching on the 2 firsts, right? Because for them and where they are right now, I
Hmm.
also think they should have made a trade for an O lineman. But I also think they should have made a trade for an O lineman, but Sauce is they addressed that secondary on the defensive secondary. Their D line is
Hmm.
fine. Their linebacking core is great. It's that defensive secondary that they addressed, and I love that. I feel like it reminds me of our team, and even though Howie does it a different way, he is still an aggressive approach to get better.
Hmm.
Because you realize they're 7-2 now, right? They're in
Yeah.
a win. They see it. They see over that
Hmm.
hump. And if I was a Colts fan, I personally would not be mad at it because it's showing me that my team wants to win. They want to go out and at least try. You know what
And
I mean?
listen,
I mean, some
listen.
teams didn't do nothing. Chiefs did nothing. Bills did nothing.
Right.
Ravens made a little move. You know what I mean? Like
Most
Jags
teams
made a
didn't
move to
really.
go get
Yeah.
Jacoby Myers.
Yeah. Most teams didn't really do a whole hell of a lot. But the thing is they're they're in the they're like 24th, 25th or something like that in passing yards allowed per game, right? Now they're like third in the league in interceptions, I want to say. This is only going to bolster one of the weak spots on that defense. It's only going to make them better. There's no way that that move could possibly make them any worse than what they are right now. It's only going to make them better. So to see my team like go for it, knowing that that draft pick will probably be in the 20s at least, this coming
Right.
year and maybe so in the following year if you keep it up. I mean, hey, shit, why not go for it? And Dallas doing what they did, go and get Logan Wilson and Quentin Williams to try to shore up one of their weak spots was their front seven and their run defense. That was that was pretty smart on their part, but the Jets clearly won
Listen.
yesterday.
Oh yeah, they're about to turn them draft picks into like I had posted in our group chats earlier, and them these next 2 years plus the picks they got, even next season they got two in the first round next year, two in the first round this season and next. You got 2027. We're looking at Jeremiah Smith. We're looking at Williams down in Bama. We're looking at Dylan Raiola. I forgot who else was on the list. Then this season you got I think Carnell Tate is a junior. Or is he a sophomore? Actually, he's a sophomore.
Junior, no, but I think he's draft eligible.
I think he is. So even this year, you got him. You got depending on where these picks fall and where your picks fall,
Hmm.
you got Ruben Bain down in Miami. You got which is he's probably going one or two. You got Proctor from Bama, who's probably going one or two, or somewhere in that top five at least.
Hmm.
Um, and then even some of the later round, like you could 9 times out of ten, a Jeremiah Love may not running backs rarely go early top 10. You can position yourself because they're about to move on from Brees Hall 9 times out of 10. He's gonna be a free agent this summer, and he's probably moving on from the Jets. So you got a Brees Hall that's leaving, you got a need. So the Jets in the next 2 seasons, if I'm a Jets fan, if my GM is as smart as he just was, because he fleeced the Colts, he got some him and Jerry kind of fleeced them a little bit. I feel like it should have been
Hmm.
two first and a second, maybe but they gave him a first, a second, and they got a D tackle because Mozzie is a great D tackle. He's very solid. So, um, but if I'm a Jets fan, I'm very happy with what I got going the next few years. Like
Hmm.
very happy. Like that franchise in
Sure.
at least four is gonna look a lot. It's gonna look like the Rex Ryan Jets, in my opinion. If they use these picks and free agency the right way, it could go back to that Rex Ryan where they're at the top of the AFC and fighting or trying at least. So,
Oh, for sure. Like I think
oh, they
that
definitely better keep going.
oh for yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that, I don't think that's a doubt. Like especially with them stripping the team down, like you losing your two best defensive players at the trade deadline, but you building draft capital. You got to at least give them a shot. So I'd be interested to see what they're gonna do with those draft picks and how that's gonna turn out. But I mean, speaking of college
All right,
football,
so
we had some good games this weekend in college football.
oh, okay.
Some
I was about to give
real good
Dallas some
games.
flowers. I hate it too, but
Oh, with the trades that they made.
yes, I still ain't worried. Dre still on here. I still ain't worried about y'all, but but I love the aggressive approach of Jerry because everybody's been like getting on him about not making the right moves. The Micah
Mhm.
trade,
Mhm.
he might be old and senile, and he just showed everybody he's not old and senile. That Quentin Williams pickup, the linebacker one was cool. He's definitely a solid linebacker, but that Quentin Williams move,
Oh, for
I
sure.
think was great. I think Williams needed a new start anyway.
Mhm.
Dallas is definitely that. And with them trading Micah, I think Williams is clearly way better than Micah, in my opinion. Lights out better than Micah. But you address the need after getting rid of Micah. Which you still win because you got the D tackle in that trade. So you could fix the middle, and then you went out at trade deadline and you go get Quentin to readdress that edge. So because a lot of times the defense is what's been killing them in their games. Like Dak has them in games and the defense is selling them. So great pickup. Hate to see them in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, sorry. but it's going man, great
Dre
pickup.
said, Dre said they gonna be better but won't make the playoffs.
Bookmark this show. Cowboys will be better, but won't make playoffs. I agree. I told you, I don't think with the way the NFC is, I think the West is gonna get 3 teams in, or at least 2, and I think
Mm-hmm.
the North is gonna get 2, possibly
DJ
3,
thinks
2
he
for
said
sure,
don't sleep on the Pan.
but
I
it
mean,
could be
right
3.
now the Panthers are like a half a game back of that final wild card spot from the Lions, and again the same thing.
Are they
Lions
really?
5-3. Yeah, Lions are 5-3. Bears 5-3. Panthers are 5-4. Same thing. It's just they played one more game and lost one more game.
The
So
Jets are gonna be like the OKC Thunder. If they use these picks right, they could be. They
they
definitely
damn
could be.
sure could be for real.
If bookmark this
Coming from
comment,
Fox.
AFC Championship game coming through Foxborough. Hey, it nah, I
It's
don't.
possible. It's possible.
It's
I
possible.
mean I
Anything is
know
possible, right?
I know House just loving on his team, but it is possible. It is possible.
It's very possible. It is. Anything is possible, but in the way the AFC looks right now, it could. I don't think the Colts are gonna fall that hard, personally.
No, no, not at all.
So it might actually still come through Indianapolis. And if I'm anybody, I would actually want it to go through Indianapolis personally. First off, you're playing inside, and
Hmm.
2, the Colts are beatable. So
Yep.
um now that Panthers one,
I don't know. It's
I
some
think
tough
down
teams
the
in that.
stretch.
It's some tough teams in that
mm,
NFC. It's gonna be the thing is like you got a lot of teams that's still in the mix. Is basically what I was trying to say.
Hey, bro, get Dre, bro. Get your man's. Get your
You
man's,
know
bro.
what, bro?
Ah,
Get out of here, out of here. But yeah, it's a lot of playoff spots still up for grabs. It's not, and then you can't. There's also no like clear cut like this team is clearly above everybody else right now. Like it's some teams that's hovering up there that has that
nah,
potential, but it's nobody that's just like the clear cut like I am the guy. I'm the king of the mountain. So, but we will see down the
yeah, that
stretch.
Super Bowl still coming through Philly though. That's all I know. Still coming through
Oh,
Philly.
here he goes. Y'all still the defending champs until you lose. So congratulations, Eagles.
You know.
Um, but like I was saying, we had some damn good college football games this week. Damn good college football games this week. I was mad
Nah,
that
it really was. It was some.
that Utah game got out of hand like that because game day was there and everything.
Woo,
The Utah just blew
yeah,
the doors off of Cincinnati. Bro, I was like, damn,
bro.
like I thought that was gonna be a better game than what it was, and then Utah just started manhandling them. So, um, what other games stuck out? Shit, Oklahoma and Tennessee didn't disappoint.
Miami, Miami losing. Oklahoma and Tennessee was a really good game.
Yeah,
Um,
it was.
that was a really good one. That was a really good one. Who else from this weekend? Let me look. I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember.
Miami losing to SMU. Like, see, that was the game that I said. I was
I
like,
was
be careful
I
because
was
you
50
looking
50 on that one.
ahead. You looking ahead, and you're gonna look past this team, and this is a good football team. I said that last week, and they
And
fucking
I
did
think
it. I
people
was like,
forget how
ugh,
SMU played last season.
yes,
I think that's the thing. People forget how SMU played last season, and they lost. They didn't really lose anybody. So,
bruh, exactly.
like,
That's what I keep
what did
telling
you think,
people.
or how did you think they were going to play?
That's why I keep telling people there are teams that have that experience, they have that chemistry, they've been in that system with those coaches and that coaching staff for 2, 3, 4 years sometimes. Like you can't just go into a team like that in a game like that and expect that you're just gonna walk over them and win just because you think that you're more talented or you think that you
Hmm.
have the better roster or whatever. You don't just show up. You got to play the game.
Yeah.
And I said that shit last week. I was like, don't overlook them. Don't overlook them. And I'm
Georgia
just
and
thinking Miami was gonna win a close game. They fucked around and lost. I didn't think they was gonna fuck around and lose.
Georgia and Florida was another really good game too.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
that
yeah.
was
That
a
was a good
very, very, very good game.
yeah. And the thing is, I love that Florida is still fighting. They not just rolling over and dying.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that they still fighting. So kudos to them for not quitting on the season and for scaring the shit out of
Um,
Georgia.
man, because they definitely did. They definitely did. Uh, said Oklahoma and Tennessee was a good one. Utah blew the doors off of Cincinnati. Um, yeah, that was it. Everything else was blowouts. Uh,
Man, Texas had to withstand Vanderbilt damn near coming back.
NC State and Georgia Tech was a very good game. It was 48-36, but it was a very, very good, like it was a fight, to be honest with you. Let me see. Indiana, yeah, smoked Maryland. Texas Tech took out Kansas State 43-20.
Man, you know who I
Penn
felt
State
sorry
should have just
for?
stayed at home.
Watching Lenora Sellers in that Ole Miss South Carolina game. It was a couple of times, man, where he snapped the ball and he had like hardly no time. He had to
Ole
scramble
Miss is a
outside of the
better
pocket.
team than Ole Miss is a better team than people are giving them credit to be. To be honest,
Oh, definitely. They're one of those teams that I guarantee you teams are not gonna want to face them in the playoffs.
hmm
They're one of those teams that's gonna make it like a later seed, probably in the playoffs, and teams are gonna be like, "Fuck, I got Ole Miss in the first round." Damn.
right. Looking at this weekend, BYU and Texas Tech is going to be a great game. Texas A&M
Oh
and
yeah.
Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be a really good one. Auburn and Vanderbilt, I think is going to be a better game than most people probably would think. I think Vandy's going to win, but this is two losses in a row now for Vanderbilt. They're going to come out playing really
Mm-hmm.
hard,
Yep.
and
And they're
usually
at home
after a
too.
coach usually after a coach firing, a team comes out playing hard also. So look for Auburn to
Yeah.
kind of step it up a lot more also. So I think that's going to be a really good fight for Vandy. They're going to win, but I definitely think it's going to be a really good fight.
Yeah, that's why I'm
And of
also looking
course,
forward to the LSU Bama game to see how
I was just
LSU
about to
comes
say
out
that.
the fight.
I was just going to say that one too. I was looking at that one like I really think LSU and Bama is going to be one of those games where Bama's going to win, but LSU's going to they going to swing hard.
Let me see. Oh, hell
UVA
yeah.
and Georgia Tech are making it out of the ACC. Miami. I think for Miami to make the CFP, they got to win out. I believe. I have to look at the rankings, the ACC standings, but they may not be AC. Here we go. Um, no, they pretty much out of it. No,
Yeah, there's some teams, man, I feel like could still let me see. Add the CFP. Where's the bracket at? I forgot to pull it up. But they have the CFP bracket out. There it goes. Okay.
yeah, I was just looking at it earlier.
Is this it? Yeah, this it. Yeah, there's gonna be some oh shit.
All right, here we go. So Miami isn't totally out of it. I mean, they already lost to SMU. Virginia's 5-0 in the ACC. Tech is 5-1. Pitt is 5-1. Louisville's 4-1. SMU 4-1. Duke 4-1. I have to look at their schedule to see how many of those teams they got left, but they would just have to either beat those teams outside of SMU or just hope
Okay,
for
here it goes. It's Ohio State,
of
A&M,
course.
Indiana, and Bama. Those are the four teams with the buys. And then in that first round, it would be the 5-12 matchup of Georgia and Memphis. The 8-9 matchup would be Texas Tech and Oregon. The 6-11 matchup, this one will be interesting. BYU and Virginia. And the 7-10 matchup, Ole Miss and Texas. Hey, listen.
I actually like that matchup a lot.
Bruh, like
That Ole Miss Texas is
I
I
like
pay this
damn near
for that.
all of those first round matchups right now. Like, I'm like, hey, we
And of
could put
course
on
it's
the
gonna
TV
move
right
around,
now.
but
Oh yeah, yeah. But I'm like, bruh, I looked at, I'm like, oh wait a minute, like these some good matchups after the first, the first CFP rankings or whatever right now. So that's what's like, oh, okay, cool. I'm loving this. No, sir. I just read all the teams in the matchup, sir. I did not read all Georgia Tech. They got some work to do.
nah, they not in. Virginia is the only ACC team in right now.
I mean, Georgia Tech is like right outside of that little
I
area.
believe
They're
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 right on the
floating around.
yeah, on the outskirts.
They're 17th in the first CFP rankings as of right now. So
So
they're like right
they're
on
not
the.
super far out
Yeah, they're not that
on
far
the
out. I
cusp.
mean, if they keep doing what they're doing, especially in the ACC, where you got Virginia, Louisville, them and Miami, like the top four teams right now in the ACC, they can compete with all of those other three teams. So I'm just saying, like, keep winning, keep doing what you're doing, and then just watch them other teams in front of you fall off. So it's still like 3 games or so left in everybody's season. So you still got time to make an impression on the committee and everything.
Yep, sure do.
You only got one loss on the season, so if they could keep going.
Oh no, Dre, I'm fully paying attention to the Aggies, brother. I love that
Hey,
quarterback. He's like
Marcel
Lamar
Reed is
2.
the truth.
Reed is like
Marcel Reed is the truth.
Lamar 2.0, bro. Like I love him. I think they are very legit, and I think next season they right at the top of the SEC, in my opinion.
Bro, I remember seeing that kid as a freshman, and I was like, "Whoa, wait a
Hmm.
minute."
I was very impressed with him last year. Very impressed.
I was like, "Hold up, this boy got something." Come this year, the thing that I like about him is he seems to be more decisive. Like as far as making his decisions quicker,
Hmm.
he seems to be a little bit more decisive this year. Whether he's going to take off and run, or like scramble and throw, or like make his reads and get rid of it quickly, or whatever it is, and is leading him. He's right now. He's at what 17 touchdowns and 6 interceptions.
I feel like I
So,
was looking at a mock Heisman joint, and he was on that list. I don't think he was like in the top five, of course, but he was definitely on. It was a longer list, but if I remember, he was definitely on there.
oh no, definitely for sure. I'm pretty sure. Let me hold on. Let me look it up right quick.
I think Mendoza's got it wrapped up right now at Indiana, the way he's playing.
He might. He sure might. Let's see who we got right here. Oh, it's another one of those type of. Hold up. Here we go. Let's just take a look and see what they say.
Well, they got Dante Moore leading right now.
Uh, Sayin, the Ohio State quarterback, is at plus 185. Mendoza at Indiana is plus 225. Simpson at
Mm,
Alabama is plus 450. Marcel Reed for A&M is plus 850.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I mean,
that man.
the,
I ain't saying Sayan's having a great season, but I think
mhm.
Sayan gets the rub of being an Ohio State quarterback. And as long as you're not throwing interceptions and not fucking it up, you're gonna be there. So, but
Right.
I'm not saying he shouldn't be there, but I just think
Mhm.
he gets that rub of being the Ohio State QB.
Here's the thing. Um,
Because I like
like
Haynes King down at Georgia Tech also.
right, he's having a good season also, but like when you're the quarterback of Ohio State, that's like you drop a average quarterback in on a talented roster, and they take off.
And we
You
saw
know
what happened
we
last year.
right. So it's like you could have a halfway decent quarterback on a talented roster. And as long as that quarterback, doesn't do anything stupid with the ball, like you were saying, he does, you gonna win. I mean, it ain't that hard. You got a great defense, and you got all kinds of weapons and talent around you on the offensive end.
Yep,
Like, bro, like you got potential first round picks
two of them and
at
three if you look at the
two
backfield
at wide
because
receiver.
James Peoples.
I think also one of those
You got
offensive linemen, if I'm not mistaken, is a decent draft pick. One of those
yep,
tackles, if I'm not mistaken, and then the running back, maybe a second, third
both
round
of them.
pick.
I like
Yeah,
both of them. James
like
People and I forgot the other guy, number 12, but
they're gonna be probably anywhere between the second and the fourth at least, because those guys got some talent. And I'm not just shitting on them or nothing. It's just running backs. You got to be super super special to get drafted in the first round these days.
yeah,
But they still gonna get drafted because those kids are talented. So he's got weapons all around him. Like that's not a problem. It's just that he's stepping up and he's making sure he's filling in the gaps. He's not doing anything stupid, protecting the ball and everything else. So that's gonna be that's gonna be just it's gonna be fun to watch, man. As the game slowing down for him. Yeah, but that happens with a lot of people though. That happens with a
yeah.
lot of people.
Especially with quarterbacks, it once
I
it
think
slows
not only
down and they
if I think
breathe through it and
Reed,
can
uh-huh, all those guys that we just mentioned that's on that Heisman list, they're all like a couple of them first year starters, some of them second year, starters, whatever. But they've been in the game at least a couple years, and what they're starting to see is the game is slowing down for them, so they can read and process stuff a lot
mm-hmm.
easier than what it was first. But yeah, man, like it's been a fun season to watch those. But again, the same thing we talked about MVP in the NFL. Look at who's on the list to lead for the Heisman. All quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Notice I didn't name not one running back, wide receiver, defensive
I think
lineman, QB, nothing.
Jeremiah Love is the only from the list I was looking at,
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah Love is the only quarterback that they have in him and Dante Moore. But he's the only non-quarterback that they have in that discussion. Because he's having, even regardless of what Notre Dame is he's having a phenomenal season, a very solid, phenomenal season. At this point, he's just working on draft stock as
But
far as
listen,
right now.
I pulled up a list earlier. Somebody had him as their number two prospect.
See, I
Straight
think
up.
I
I
think
can't
Love
remember
is
who
one
it
of them.
was,
I
but
don't think
somebody
Love
had
is
him
a
as a number two
gent
prospect.
type. I also think if you put Ashton Jenney on any other team, he looks a lot different. You put him on Dallas, he's amazing. Um, I think a lot of times that Raider O line isn't holding up for him to even be able to do anything. You put him with us, you put him Baltimore, hell, even maybe with y'all, he looks different. You know what I mean? Like I just think sometimes it's where you're drafted. But I think Jeremiah Love is a knockout. I that's one of those picks I think the Jets need to. He's one of those people like if he's there for them, go get him.
Hmm.
You not and it's not a reach in the first round for me. I think
If it's
he's
one of
a
them
game
picks,
changer and a knockouter.
if it was one of them picks like in the 20s, I say in the first round, I say go ahead, go for it.
Yeah, if he's still there when you're picking in the 20s, definitely. If nobody else is, you know what I mean, picked him up,
Hmm.
definitely.
Yeah, because the thing is, you don't want to overshoot and overspend for it because sometimes it's more important positions that you have to like weigh and look at. Like, okay, can I get a comparable player in the next couple of rounds? Because the
Mm-hmm.
difference between these cornerbacks or these offensive tackles or these defensive tackles or whatever it is, I don't know if I could get the same quality of depth if I draft one of those later on. So sometimes it just goes like that, man. But it's gonna be it's gonna be good to peep the rest of the season and see how some of these guys play and perform and everything. But yeah, I can't wait to watch how the rest of it develop though. It's gonna be fun. The
Oh no,
biggest
it
thing to
definitely
me,
is.
like these last few games of the season, is I just hope none of these guys get hurt because that's always a major killer to your draft stock, teams' playoff hopes, and it'll change the rankings and stuff like that. I mean, we saw a couple years ago with Florida State when Jordan Travis had his, unfortunate injury. That just totally
Yeah.
turned everything upside down. So hopefully everybody stay healthy. But man, Knicks went ahead and took care of the Wolves. They ended up winning by like
Yeah, I'm
20
peeping
something.
peeping a
About
few
time
of
for the
these.
Lakers and the Spurs about to come on.
Yeah, Lakers and Spurs, OKC and Portland. And then we're in the first quarter of Detroit and Mavs. No chat tonight. I OKC is so weird because they got injuries, and then when they
Hmm.
don't, Chet's not playing, so Shea's gonna go crazy. But they always look
Yep.
at after Shea, who is it? Aaron Wiggins has been stepping up big. AJ Mitchell came out of nowhere earlier this season, and when he's getting the opportunities, he's definitely showing up. I've been interested to see how Cooper is going to step up while AD is out.
Hmm.
Because usually when that star is out, that ball control and where the ball falls a little more because it's not going to that one person.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely,
so
definitely.
that's going to be like super interesting to watch.
Yeah, I like also what Philly been doing this year too, man. They've been balling. They've been really hooping this year, and it's mainly been behind Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe.
Mostly Maxi. Edgecombe, the last couple, because I do my sports betting, he's been pissing me off. Boy, VJ right now is until he's consistent with a consistent at least 15, he on my list of do not bet with, man. Him and Jimmy. Him and Jimmy, man. Jimmy been letting me down too, man.
But he averaging
Boy, but V,
19 this year though.
which is crazy. Maybe it's just when I bet on him. I don't know. But VJ, the last couple games, it's been a solid for a rookie. I will say it's been solid. He's been between like 11 to 14 points the last like 3 or 4 games.
Hmm.
I think it's been a solid 14. He can't get over that 14 hump to get to 15. I don't know why. I wish he could. He helped me out a lot. But he's been a solid 14, and the rest of his stats have been good as far as assists and rebounds. So and defensively, he's been helping out. So I don't think he has to go super crazy offensively because Quinn Grimes has been stepping up. Kelly Oubre,
Hmm.
um,
Yeah, Uber
Embiid is
averaging
finally coming into
19
his
so
own. He
far
didn't
this
play tonight.
season.
Yeah, Embiid
He.
didn't play tonight on the back to back, which I kind of
Oh
figured he
yeah,
wouldn't
that's
because it was
right.
a
That's
it was a back to
right.
back.
That's right. Hmm.
Yeah, and they still got the win. Chicago's
Hmm.
another team that's surprising me this season.
Bruh,
Like very much.
nobody thought the
I'm
Bulls was
shocked.
gonna be this fucking good.
No, I'm actually
Nobody
shocked
thought they was gonna be
Orlando's
this
not doing
good,
better
bro.
than I thought Orlando was going to do a lot better than what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
I knew Indiana would be where they are because of all the injuries. They have
Mm,
they got like 7 or 8 injury, like very key injuries right now. So I knew they would
yeah.
be where they are. So it's it's been a fun season to watch though. I will say that.
Hell yeah. Yeah. It's been a dope season to watch so far, man. The Warriors still hanging around. Like they not going anywhere no time soon. It looks like because
Nah.
they still in the mix. Um, Now the Heat, they're in the playoff picture early on. You know, it's barely a tenth of the way through the first part of the season. But Tyler Hero already hurt. I think he gonna miss a couple of games or something like that. Was it him that got hurt? Who got hurt? I think.
Hero has surgery, so he hasn't even played this season yet.
Oh, that's what it was. He's supposed to debut soon. That's what it was. I saw on him. He's supposed to debut soon. Let me look it up again. Make sure I got the right thing.
Let me see. Knicks got you said Knicks got the win. Detroit beat Utah tonight, which I'm not too surprised. Detroit's one of those scrappy teams, and
Yeah, that's
Utah's
what
still
it
trying to
is.
find their identity.
He's supposed to debut like next week sometime.
Yeah, Cleveland
The
got the win tonight
17th.
over Philly. Very high scoring game though, 132 to 121. Donovan Mitchell went off for
Mhm.
46. Maxey had 27. Um, that was a really good game. Jalen Duran, I have been paying attention to lately. For center for Detroit or forward
Mhm.
for Detroit,
Mhm.
Duran has
Mhm.
been playing very, very solid ball.
Yeah, I
They're one
want
of
to
those
say he's
teams to
from
look out
Kentucky,
for.
right? No, Memphis.
He
Memphis.
might be.
Memphis.
Okay.
Yeah, I know who you're
Yeah,
talking
I
about
like his game a lot.
now. Exactly who you're talking about now, because I
This
remember him.
Laker this Laker San Antonio game is going to be super interesting because I think I always hate to pick against us, but I think even with everything, I think this is a good game for those San Antonio young boys to step up. Like Wemby's going to be Wemby. We don't have a big man that can really contend with Wemby. Aiden is good, but Wemby's going to abuse him. Um, but I think this is one of those games that Vessel and Stephon Castle can really use as far as like just stepping up their game. Because
Hmm.
the Lakers are still really good defensively, but I
Well,
think
the other thing
offensively,
too is Austin Reeves is gonna be out.
yeah, Reeves is out tonight, which I think Laravia should step up.
He
Which
could, but I'm saying
he
though, like
he's been up and down.
Reeves is a big part of that offense, bro.
No, he definitely is. He definitely is.
That's a major
Um,
miss right there. So
so
I
this is
don't
one of
know.
those nights where Luke is gonna give you 30 plus. He gonna go. He probably gonna give you 40, and then after that, you're gonna look for Aiden to at least chip in 15. You're gonna look for Rui to
Laravia and Rui are gonna have to be the ones that's gonna have to carry more of the
yeah.
load.
I
I
think
think.
I think Aiden is gonna give you somewhere between 10 and 15 tonight. It just depends because he's also playing Wimby, and that's a hard ass right there. Like to ask him to go like, hey man, I need you to give
Dog,
me 15 for Wimby.
dog, you got to see this shit.
Which
They
game?
they started off with Rui. They switched everything on Wimby. They had Aiton on him from the jump. They switched to Rui off of pick, and then Marcus Smart switched off on him.
Is it on NBC or is it on Prime?
That's on ESPN.
Oh, it's on ESPN. Okay. I don't. That's the. You know what? Let's talk about that real quick. I actually hate that they got these joints spread out so much. I don't be knowing who showing what on what night, what channel I need to go watch. I I go from because I ain't got cable, so you know I got all the streaming apps though. So
Yeah, yeah.
I go from Peacock to Prime, to the little app that we do got the Xfinity Stream app, so I can watch ESPN and stuff. But Jesus, I be going from app to app trying to figure out where I'm watching games at tonight.
Yeah, bro. It's frustrating.
Okay, Aiden,
I'm just glad I got
told you Luca
what
gonna
I
have
got.
to Luke. I should have took Luca for like 15 threes tonight. He about to go crazy.
Man.
Oh, was that Stephon Castle or was that Vessel? I think that was Vessel. Vessel tried to yam that joint.
Ooh.
All right, Aiden, I don't need you to see you shooting deep threes.
Hey, bro, this
He
is
about
gonna
to
be
piss
a
me off
good
tonight.
ass.
No, this I'm watching this for the rest of the
What
night. This is
the
gonna be
fuck?
a great ass game.
Damn. Somebody made a sale and somebody gave him an aloe plant. I want an aloe plant.
I do too.
Dog, I swear, bro, it was this one Asian lady I was talking to one time, like a couple months ago. If it wouldn't have started raining, I guarantee you she would have gave me one that day. And she had some huge. She had like she ain't had a little small in a little small pot. She had the big one in the big pot. Oh yeah, bruh. Listen, when I
You
come,
got aloe plants, Dre.
Dre, when I come look at the floors, I need you to plug me one of those aloe plants.
Hey man, mail me one. I'll send you the Addy. I want an aloe. I
For
definitely
real,
want an
for
aloe
real.
plant, man.
For real, for real. Because like I remember, man, like you get any kind of sore, scratch, rash, anything, bruh. Like them things are
Mhm.
good for all kind of skin ailments and stuff. Four big aloe plants on
Ah,
the door.
I
Hey,
gotta
bruh,
look and
I'm
see if they
telling you,
good in this
dog,
area. I
telling
need to
you.
look. I know y'all area they good to leave outside, but you know
Yeah.
the weather in Virginia be iffy, so
Yeah, you
um
may have to bring them inside, especially because it gets so cold there and it be snowing and shit. It's ice and
hmm
everything. So yeah.
but I can definitely put them either probably by the back door. I like the
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, definitely gonna have to bring it inside. Yeah, man, them aloe
uh
plants, bruh, them things are low key clutch.
have you were you able to catch any NCAA basketball games last week
I caught some of the Duke stuff.
or this week?
That
I'm sorry, since the
it
official
was
games
it
this
was oh damn, who they played in that first game?
Texas.
Yes, that one.
I caught that one.
I caught that
Um,
one.
I watched the men. I caught some of the men and women. I definitely watched
I
that
saw
LSU
some
game.
of Kion Anthony highlights,
Yeah, I watched that game. Cayenne is smooth.
and
I think
yeah,
he was
and I
very solid in
saw
his first game.
oh gosh, it was somebody else highlights that I saw from another game.
Watched
I
the
can't remember
Boozer
who else.
twins. I'm
Yeah, they
always
were.
watching Duke, so
Yeah, they're
um,
they're really
I
good.
watched Bryce. Bryce got on the floor. He just ain't do nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I'm not. I think he got on the floor because of his name, but he didn't play long. He had no stats at all, no points, no nothing. I think Cayenne is starting just because of the makeup of that Syracuse team, but that Arizona
Mhm.
team is actually deep. So I'm not shocked that Bryce isn't getting any burn. I wouldn't expect him to.
Right. No, that other
If
kid
he,
though,
I
Andrews
feel like
Pete
if
little
he,
brother, Cole
yeah,
Pete.
uh-huh.
That boy, hey,
Listen, he
hey,
went to a good situation where he can sit back and learn, though. I will say that. I
hey,
really think Bryce
man.
went to a really good situation where he's not
Hmm.
forced to start early like a lot of
Right,
freshmen.
right.
He's around a lot of like juniors, sophomores, seniors, a good
Hmm.
mix where he can sit back and learn. And at some point in the season, he's gonna get called on. Um, I I'm gonna tell you now, I cannot wait for LSU, South Carolina.
Oh, on the women's side.
Hey, I think Dawn, as great of a coach Dawn is, right?
Uh-huh.
You got coaches like Kim that kind of understand, like, I have this kind of player, just go ball. Like, I ain't about to coach, I ain't about to run sets. Just y'all hoop.
Yeah.
Where some coaches, I'm that type of coach where if I'm like that, I see what I have, and if I have a team where I ain't gotta do a lot, hey, run these sets here or there, but for the most part, go do y'all. Like y'all hoop.
Hmm.
That game is gonna get crazy because I think Full Wiley is gonna go wild. Her and Flage in the backcourt. Oh my god. I watched that
Yeah.
game the other night. They got crazy, crazy.
Yeah, and it's cool seeing like two guards that's both dogs that know how to
Yeah.
play the game. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like the good thing that I want to see from them two out throughout the rest of this season is how they get along on the court and how they like share the ball and responsibilities and stuff like that. Not just on offense but also on
And that first
defense.
game, it looked great.
Yeah, also on defense because there's gonna be some times where they both got a similar type body. Both of them about 5'10" or whatever. Long, athletic. But
Hmm.
what happens when you playing against one of them like 5'6" spark plugs that's gonna run you all over the court all game? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like who gonna
US,
take her?
I was watching USC also. They got that freshman. I
Hmm.
can't think of her name off the top of my head. Um, they in good hands without Juju. I'm gonna tell you that. I was very worried about
Oh,
them. Not gonna lie. I
easy.
didn't think they are in great hands. You still got they're in great hands. I'm gonna say that. They are in great ass hands without Juju. They definitely gonna win the Big Ten again. And then I think they're gonna really compete with everybody else. I'm interested to see how UConn looks. I'm actually interested in men's basketball again. I think with the Boozer twins being at Duke, um,
Hmm.
Love at UNC, Kyan at Syracuse. I think they going Syracuse is gonna make some noise. The ACC is
Yeah,
never the ACC is gonna be fun to watch this year. That Syracuse Duke game is gonna be a good one. Um,
I think
I
we're gonna
really
get a
don't.
lot of good matchups throughout this year because a lot of these teams like they either have good guys like in like team chemistry and stuff coming back just because their guys weren't like draft
Well,
eligible,
they
draft
added
players,
some
whatever.
key freshmen.
Right? Or you added some key freshmen, or you got some transfers or something. So
Yeah,
we starting to see the playing field starting to kind of even out a little bit more in college basketball as far as the level of competition is concerned. But like I think the
Adonis the
transfer
female
portal has
Galu.
really like done more to even things out and distribute
Oh
things
yeah,
than.
yeah. So I'm gonna definitely have fun watching basketball this year. I think this is probably gonna be this might be the first year in a while that I'm from jump. I'm excited to watch men's basketball because I love the freshmen that Duke has brought in. I'm a huge Duke fan, so the
Hmm.
Boozer twins is amazing. Um, like I said, watching Cayenne, hopefully Bryce gets in and we get to watch him a little more. USC men, USC women, UConn men and women, of course. Um, watching TCU this year, TCU women, and
Hmm.
watching Notre Dame.
Oh yeah.
I wish they played each other. I wish they scheduled each other, just because. Like I'd love to watch that. But paying attention to both of them this season. Ooh, good pass, Laravia. You gotta shoot. You gotta take that up. Um. Also, Unrivaled picked their teams tonight.
Oh okay.
Hey, some interesting teams here. Hold on. I'll run them down for y'all real quick. Uh, some interesting teams. So we'll start with hold on, Bleacher Report. It was right here. Because they had posted all the pictures. Here we go. All right. So of course they made it a big thing about Paige Becker's joining Unrivaled. So of course they start with her. She's on a new team this season called the Breeze. So the Breeze, I love the Breeze team. They have a very young team, but I think this might be the championship team. It's Paige Beckers, Rakia Jackson, Dominique Malonga, Ari McDonald, Kate Martin, and Cameron Brink.
Yeah, I think that's the one that's probably going to end up winning it. I don't even care who
Yeah,
else on the other teams because that team right there is fucking
listen,
solid.
solid, solid.
Yeah.
Now there's another team I really like, which is the Phantom. I'm gonna read them last, but I really like their team. They have a good veteran team.
Who they
The
got on
other
their
new
team?
team, well, I'll start at the bottom and go with them. All right, so the Phantom have Kelsey Plum, Satu Sabali, Aaliyah Boston, Dana Evans, Natasha Cloud, and Kiki Arifin.
Okay, yeah.
I think those two, in my opinion, if I gotta call an early one, that's the championship game.
Yeah.
That's
Cause see, here's my thing. Like, there's what, 8 teams in Unrivaled?
hold on, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 8. Because they added 2 new teams this year with the Breeze
Right.
and the Laces.
Here's my thing. So, I mean, I know we got a small playing field or whatever, but it's like typically when you got a smaller league like that, and especially it's a 3-on-3 league, so you're not gonna have like these big bloated rosters or nothing.
Nah, 6-man
If you,
rosters.
yeah, if you got one or two solid teams and they really lock in when they get that practice time and they build that chemistry, because 3-on-3 is way different than 5-on-5.
Yeah, yeah. I like
Way
3-on-3 a little. 3-on-3 is a little more fun.
I know, I because you love the
They
big
playing
three
full. They playing
unrivaled,
full court 3-on-3 at that.
and see that's the trick to unrivaled is they play full court. That's the
It's a
trick
small.
to.
If I remember, it's a smaller court though, right? It's not the normal
I
regulation
don't,
court because it don't
I-
look
it
the
it
same
doesn't look
size.
like, yeah, it looks. I don't know, bro. It may be a high school size court, if anything.
It could be.
That's the only
Some
thing
of
that
these
I can
other
think
teams
of.
are like the other teams are pretty solid. So with the Laces, we got Jackie Young, Brittany Sykes, Alyssa Thomas, Jordan Canada, Maddie Segrist, and Nas Hillman, which is a pretty good team. I think every team is pretty good. I don't those first 2 teams I think are just phenomenal, but I like the other teams also. We got the Lunar Owls. Now this team is another one. I think you'll like this team. We got Skylar Diggins, Marina Mabry, Nafisa Collier, Rachel Bonham, Rebecca Allen, and Aaliyah Edwards.
Okay, yeah, no, that, yeah, yeah,
That's a solid one.
that is a solid team.
I
I
think
give
that's
them
like
that.
that might be like the third best one. We got the Hive with Kelsey Mitchell, Sonia Citron, Easy McGregor, Natisha Heidman, Sania Rivers, and Monique Billings.
Nope, I'm not feeling that one.
Yeah, and
Them other teams got. I mean, like some solid like inside outside game too.
now I like the Rose a lot too. They got Chelsea Gray, Kalia Cooper, Azura Stevens, Sug Sutton, Lexi Hall, and Shakira Austin. I like that
The
team a lot too.
the front court gonna be the question.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. The Mist have they have a good mix of a team with Alicia Gray, Brianna Stewart, Elena Smith, Veronica Burden, Arika Agula. I can never say their name. Agubawale, and then Lee
Agumbawale,
Yuri. Agumbawale, thank you.
Agumbawale,
And Lee
yeah.
Yuri. So the Mist have a very solid team, and the Vinyl have a really good team too. This is the last one. Courtney Williams, Ron Howard, De'Erica Hamby, Erica Wheeler, Ray Burrell, and Brittany Griner.
Okay, they might be able to. They might be able to make a
It's
little
like
bit.
4 really solid teams, and then the other 4 are good teams.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got 4 really solid. The first 2 are great. The next 2 are good, and
Mm-hmm.
then the last 4 are pretty straight. So it's gonna be
No,
fun. I
Dre,
watched them last year.
this is the 3-on-3 league that's played after the WNBA season. Yeah, thank you,
Yeah,
Dallas. You had to
this
tell
the
them.
league that's about to let me tell you something. They what at 8 teams right now. They add
Mhm.
another 8 teams, maybe 10. They get to 20. 3-on-3 or not, they add 20. They get to 20 teams. I really think they could really rival the WNBA. And honestly, they already have as far as pay. These girls are making more in playing a shorter season with Unrivaled than what they made in the WNBA in a smidge of a longer season.
But
So
that's the thing, though. You got to keep it small enough to keep that pool of players paid well. So
I
that's what I'm
think,
saying.
but also,
The growth cannot. You cannot outgrow the
but
growth
so the one
ceiling.
thing I've realized with a small league like this, right? The sponsors. So when you grow the league, more sponsors 9 times out of 10 come. As long as the product stays solid. Like last year
Mhm.
was the first year, but they already had the money coming in from sponsors and
Yeah,
owners.
they had the
Yeah,
commitment from
they
what old girl and her husband had base built
yeah,
for the league.
and
But
then the
then
league lived up to it. Like
right, but when you got the commitments from the type of players that they were getting commitments from,
yeah.
that's
And
how
look at
you
who they
made
got
sure, like, all right, we got these people
and
that's
look who
going to
they got
play.
this year. I mean,
Exactly.
and then going into that third year next year, they may even get even more because you got the Flau'jae Johnsons coming out next year, the Malaysia
Mhm.
Full Wiley's coming out, after
Mhm.
this season.
You go
So
you're gonna have some
that
heavy hitters
third year
coming
can
out
even.
too.
Oh
But see,
yeah, yeah.
that's the
I think
thing.
it's
You
going.
gotta just grow it little bit by little bit and
Oh, of
see where
course,
you land. Because I just I don't
this
want them to
CBA
do
is
it.
going to be interesting,
That's what
and I
I'm
think
saying. That's another thing. I don't want them. I don't think that they're gonna do it because I think Nafisa Collier, she's already seen the faults and flaws with the WNBA and how they do business. So she wants to do it a
I don't
total
think the
different way.
WNBA is going to block them because they've already allowed them to play other places out after the season. You know what I mean? As
No,
far as being able to play overseas, so.
I don't even think that's the problem. I think the problem is I think the league is seeing that the players have the upper hand because of the revenue that they're bringing in by their talent,
Hmm.
by them asking for more money. Now this league is finally about to be profitable for the first time in league history. The first thing you should want to do is take care of the product, take care of the players. The league trying to hold on to as much money as they can because they've been losing money for decades.
Man,
So that's what I'm saying.
now they're
It's
finally
gonna be
making money
right.
and they
It's
want to
gonna
be
be a
stingy with it instead of
right,
being like, dang, these young
right.
girls, these veterans, it's a good mix of young and old now.
Mhm.
And these young girls are bringing new eyes in because of what they're doing in college, while the vets who have been super solid have stepped their game up because of these young girls. Like, it's gonna be interesting. I definitely
Yeah,
think there is gonna
and
be a lockout season. Um,
I hope it don't, man. I
I
hope
hope
that
it
it.
don't either, but I could tell the way until it's mostly that commissioner. I really think them girls are at a point where they ready to boycott just because of her. Like until like on some like until she fired, we ain't
Mhm.
playing.
It could be something like that, but I really think that they gonna eventually come to an agreement. I don't think that they're gonna miss the season. I think if anything, it may push the season back or shorten the season, but I still think they're gonna have some sort of season. I don't think it's just gonna be like a total like loss. I don't think we get one, man. I think they're gonna come to some sort of because
Yeah,
there's too much money to be made. That's right there on the fucking table. It's too
facts,
much.
not facts.
Too much. Man. Oh man. I was
Man, we
glad we
just
was able to get to this. We flew through everything.
tell me, tell me about it. Hey man,
Bro.
episode 98. It's been fun. We two more away. We one more really from 100, 1, 2, whatever you want to say. Hey man, these next 2 weeks about to be fun. I need to plan some stuff for 100, man. I think 100. We ain't had guests in a very long time. I think I'm about
Yeah.
to line up a couple guests for that show. I don't know if we all gonna be on at the same time or in and out, but I think I'm gonna line up a few guests for episode 100 because it's 100
Episode
in
100
episodes.
episode 100 might have to be a weekend episode too.
We might have to just because
We
like
might have
I want to go for a couple hours, man. I don't want this to be a short one. It's monumentous for us. If y'all know, man, me and Jermaine be struggling week to week. Man, us getting to 100
man, listen.
it's really monumental, man. This is the first thing I've committed to, like seriously in a long time. So I'm very proud of myself. I'm proud of my brother for the same reason. Talking sports with you guys every week. It's been amazing. 2026, I'm planning a lot to help grow this podcast even more, and I'm glad you guys are right here to ride with us, to this next level. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I'm gonna get into some more emotional shit for 100, but just know I appreciate each and every one of y'all that's watching and with us every week.
Yeah, what he said. Because I ain't about to give y'all all that mushy shit right now. But I do appreciate y'all for locking in with us for episode 98. Hope y'all be here for 99 and for 100. So,
Listen.
for my brother, everybody in the chat, everybody who reposted, shared it, all that good shit. Appreciate y'all. We'll holler at y'all next week. We out of here.
Peace.